Shalom Akim. Kahaloyim La Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem HaWakahakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, the great millstone of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's going to come. Shalom to the Aqua that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatha. Alright, so we're going to get into this, man. You know, I was just, scrolling through, looking for, looking in the news, seeing what's, what can be used for a lesson, to edify the sheep. And I just come across this, this buffoonery, man. Right? I just come across this buffoonery. This is from Natural News. And it says, NASA to put a black woman on the moon because science is now all about race and gender, even though leftists say gender doesn't even exist. I don't even know what to say about this, man. The only thing I can really say is, I'm just, I'm tired, man. I'm tired of Babylon. I'm tired of Babylon, man. Babylon is just really fucking annoying right now. Babylon is really annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to get the hell up out of here. We've got to get up out of here, man. This place is just it's through. This place is through, man. That's why nobody takes America seriously. That's why nobody fears America. Nobody's concerned about about the power that America has. And no, man, America's done. America is done. Like this is that type of stuff that just really annoys you. Just really annoys you. Right? Let's get into this article. It says in 2025, in 2025, NASA is planning on sending another space crew to the moon. That alone is problematic because we all know that joint, with Neil Armstrong was full of bullshit, right? They ain't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You can't pass the Van Allen belt. You can't pass that jump. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, they're gonna keep on with the narrative anyway. In 2025, NASA is planning on sending another crew to the moon. However, the only people who will be allowed on the craft are black women and other quote-unquote people of color. White men need not apply, in other words. This whole thing is so, it's just so annoying. Since skin color and gender are now more important than things like qualifications and merit at NASA, I mean, hell, take a look at Biden's pick for Supreme Court justice. I mean, with her track record, it's clear that she doesn't care nothing about her own people. You know what I'm saying? She's a straight up puppet for Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? Like, for Massa. She's that bad wench that'll never leave his side. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Eve, man. It goes right back to the garden. That's why I say all the time, Eve shall fall with the serpent. Eve shall fall with the serpent, man. You guys done made that pact back in the garden, man. It's almost time to end this. It's almost time to end this. And and the snake is gonna be falling down, man. Esau's gonna be falling through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? Into the pits. And your ass is at the last minute, your ass is gonna try and leave him, but that ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Let's go to Genesis. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1, it says, Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Right? And when we talk about the fruit of the trees, we're talking about the knowledge. We're talking about the knowledge. You see, the knowledge of these things that we weren't supposed to know about. We weren't supposed to be in possession of those things. Right? We weren't supposed to know about this. We weren't supposed to be taking part in this wickedness. You know? But here come the woman. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may not eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave it also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Man, listen. If there was ever a time where the red pill should have been applied, that's the time. That's the time the red pill should have been applied, man. Kick that bitch to the curb. Listen, man. Look. Let's get into this, man. Since skin color and gender are now more important than things like qualifications and merit at NASA, which is calling on everyone or on anyone with darker skin, and especially those with female anatomy, to sign up for this upcoming mission, President Joe Biden promised early on 2021 to advance quote-unquote equality and make the United States less white in every realm of society. NASA joined this effort by promising in April of last year to put more women and people of color on the moon as soon as possible. This is that shit, man. This is that shit. And guess what? Eve just sucks it all up. Eve sucks it all up without fail. Every single time, without fail. Without fucking fail. Let's go to Sirach. Let's go to Sirach, man, because it's time for Eve to fall with the serpent, man. It's time for Eve to just go. You know what I'm saying? It's time for so-called black women, so-called Latino women, so-called Native Indian women, you know what I'm saying, that's following after her to go. Because this shit is fucking annoying right now. This is Sirach chapter 25, verse 24. And Salaki, if I seem like really, really animated about this, really animated right now, it's just it's really annoying to see just how blatant this serpent is moving, and to see that after all these years, so-called black woman just continues to follow suit. Just continues to follow. Let's go to Sirach 25:24. It says, Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. You see what I'm saying? Through her we all die. This is the one group of people, the one group of women that never takes accountability for nothing. For nothing. For nothing. You see what I'm saying? Esau can put the knife in her hand, tell her to stab the so-called black man in the back, and she'll do it. She'll do it. Got the bloody knife in the hand. She's being confronted by it. You know what I'm saying? Being confronted about it, and then she'll hide the knife behind her back, and you see the blood dripping off of it on the floor behind her. And she will swear up and down that it wasn't her that did this. While the serpent is sitting in the back, while Esau Edom sitting in the back and laughing his ass off. You see what I'm saying? This is This is where it is, man. This is where it is. This is where it is. And this is why the Most High is about to put so much judgment on these women. So much judgment. Right? NASA astronaut Jessica Meyer, a Jewish woman from Sweden, is slated to be one such woman and person of color. How does that make any goddamn sense, man? Yo, I'm getting so tired of Eve, man. So tired of Eve. Really. That's why the spirit's been on the brotherhood so much amongst GMS to start calling out this foolishness in the past couple of days. You know what I'm saying? The past week or so. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, now with all this talk of World War III, now we're seeing, the feminist mindset starting to take a back seat. Nah, nigga. Nah, it's time for you to start standing on that. Stand on that equality. You see? Stand on that equality. Right? When you got these transformers trying to pretend like they women and start beating your ass upside the head, you know what I'm saying, in your competitions, don't talk about this, don't talk about that, it ain't fair. No, equality. You see, this is why the woman is not meant to lead. This is why they not meant to lead, man. Through her we all die, goddammit. This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. But this is what Eve does every time she trusts Esau Edom, the devil. She trusts him without fail. Without fail. And she does it gladly. She does it willingly. And it's been this way since slavery. And this is why it's time to go, man. It's time for the Most High to end all this foolishness. All this foolishness. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, man. So is his wickedness. Let's go to verse let's go to verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. You're going to find Esau there first, your oppressor. You're going to find him there first. You're going to find Zaddy. You see what I'm saying? You're going to find him. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. You see, he don't do none of this stuff. He don't do none of this stuff for your benefit, man. He couldn't care less about you. Right? Let's go to let's go to chapter 14. Sirach chapter 14, verse 7. It says, and if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness, man. You see, he ain't doing no good. He ain't doing good just for the sake of doing good, man. This is, this is what we're setting history. You know what I'm saying? We're setting the course of history. We're breaking boundaries, like they love to say. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Listen, when the Most High starts sending the pain, hang on to Esau for dear life, man, so y'all can fall together. Because this shit's getting real frustrating, man. Let's go to Romans. What was it? Roman? No, not Romans. Salakia. Let's see. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. decently and in order. Now you bring up that word order amongst these women, man, they will cuss your ass out. They will cuss you out. Why? Because they have no order. They are out of order. They're unruly. Right? They're unruly. Esau hands them a bone, and they'll they will sell out their own in a minute, in a hot minute. Right? And it's a shame we have to keep talking about this stuff, but these women just still don't get it. They still don't get it. JP Morgan's sitting here talking about we're gonna give like 10 billion to black women entrepreneurs, and they still don't see it. They still don't see why Esau would do something like this. Why Esau would readily hand out money to him like that. They don't see it. Right. Let me get another precept here. This is 1 Timothy chapter 2. 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 11. It says, "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." Why? For Adam was not for Adam was first formed, then Eve. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. See? But that's where the lack of accountability comes in, man. Because we will readily tell the whole world that Adam fucked up, man. Adam messed up. He should have never followed the woman. We'll readily tell you that. But these women will never say, "Oh, well, Eve was in the wrong." No, they'll never say that. You see why? Because accountability is kryptonite to these women, specifically these black women, these so-called black women. You see what I'm saying? Right? After all these years, these women still cannot fathom why Esau is giving them all these perks. Why Esau is doing this for them. See, they can't fathom these things. They're just seeing this stuff like, "Oh, look at Zaddy. Zaddy's got my back, you see. Zaddy will take care of me." All right? This is Job chapter 39, verse 16. Job 39, verse 16. It says, "She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers." Right? And we see the way y'all treat y'all children. Right, the way these women out here, not speaking about you women out here that's in order, but the ones that we seeing out here in mass, we see how they treat their children, we see how they treat their families, we see how they treat themselves. Their own health is shit. That's why all these other nations look at the so-called black woman with disgust and they laugh at her. Why? Because she's so dumb she can't even see what she's doing to herself. Right? And here Esau is handing all these perks, and they don't realize that he's doing this for a specific reason. To keep gaslighting them, to make them believe that they're above their own men, that they are superior to their own men, because that's what this whole thing was about. Feminism was never about equality. Right? Sure, maybe at the beginning it was, but what it is now, please, it's not about equality. This is about superiority. Right? At the beginning, everybody was under the rules that this is about being on an equal playing field as human beings, I guess. Right? It says, "She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear." Because the Most High is like it. Because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted into her understanding. You see? And that's why she continues to follow Esau's lead without question, because she can't think. Because she can't think. You see, the majority of women out here, they just cannot think. That's why the Most High is about to punish the so-called black woman, Latino woman, Native Indian woman. I mean, mercilessly. 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 You see? Let's get into this, man. NASA astronaut Jessica Meyer, a Jewish woman from Sweden, is slated to be one such woman and person of color to be sent to the moon as part of the upcoming Artemis lunar mission. Meyer reportedly made history in 2019 for being part of the first all-female spacewalk. She brought with her an Israeli flag, Star of David, socks, and other Jewish items on the mission. Now she wants to be the first to make history with NASA's Artemis mission. While many women have already gone to space in the past, they are still considered a minority when it comes to space travel, according to the corporate-controlled media. Meyer is one of the several candidates for that historic spot on the Artemis 3 mission, currently slated to be launched in 2025, reported the Jerusalem Post. All right, that's enough of this, man. I'm not even. And y'all still following this. Like here we got a so-called Jewish woman. You know what I'm saying? In the midst, how did the feminist movement come and swoop you so-called black women into the mix? How did that happen? It started with an Amalekite, a so-called Jewish woman, man. You see? But nobody wants to talk about these things. Nobody wants to talk about Eve's hand in this thing. Nobody. Why? Because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted into her understanding. You see? Adam was not deceived, but Eve was deceived. The woman was deceived. You see? So go ahead and make your celebrations, man. Make your celebrations and go ahead and do this thing, because this is going to be the last hoorah. And Lord willing, we be out of here before 2025, man. Lord willing, we be out of here before 2025. Because this shit cannot go on much longer. It can't go on much longer, man. It can't go on longer. Because this is just getting out of hand more and more as the days go by. Like I said, I'm really tired of this. So tired. Right? But I'm not going to dwell on that too much more. I'm just cut this there. You know, I pray this was edifying. I want to say, call Halayim La, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Harakahakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, a great millstone of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and is pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Yahweh that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatha. Let me hit this one little paragraph right here. It says, even if Maya does not end up being chosen for the mission, she still hopes to play a role in turning NASA woke. Shalom, Markim, shalom.